He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Looking for a gap. It's Lewis. Good pick up on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
The Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
Snagged in the middle, it's Jefferson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
On target to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Gonna run it. It's Lewis. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught in the backfield, it's Staley. Touchdown ball! A great catch and run for 6. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard. chunk out to the 30-yard line.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Branch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. They just keep firing. Fires to the right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for space. It's Frazier. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not always easy, and it's not always easy to call a basic play on fourth down, but it is when you convert it. You've called this play so many times, had so much success.
Throws for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over Florida. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys breaks into the open. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Trying play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Vols will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to it. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange To the air, it's Stockton. Looking down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Pocket breaking down. And he watches him for the score. Touchdown, Volunteer!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. Taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they covered 42 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got the quick pass. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Frazier. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. On the run, still looking. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Grabbed behind the line, it's Bell. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll go to the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down. So the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Staley. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Hands it off. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. He's got him. Turning it on. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Turns it on in midfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Here's the pressure. And he just threw it away on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. A deep interception would have been better than that.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air. It's Stockton. That's caught. It's Thomas. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Georgia looking to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, he's got some space.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
Hey, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Grab near the sticks. It's Frazier. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why.
Touchdown, Georgia! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Getting aggressive here and going for two.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Staley. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Release to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Vols back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Caught behind the line. It's Bishop. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Quick release on the RPO. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Ahead. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on fourth and goal. Got his man. No, sir, they strung it out enough. He tried to pick his way through, but just not enough running room, and the defense with a stand. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep, and make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He'll try it again. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get backs to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Muscling ahead on third and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Trying to set up the screen. Crosses the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the defense aim got him at the 27.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double-teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips. Try to give your quarterback more time.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Handoff, keep working on that clock. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Rushes on him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not Moses. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. He might want another play. Under fire. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
4 wide out set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Caught over the middle. It's Bishop. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Finds his man. It's Bishop. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Got a man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. 45 seconds left to go, and the whole thing pretty much comes down to this onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.